But we want to begin this morning with former President Donald Trump, who was the victim of another possible assassination attempt over the weekend. It happened yesterday at his golf course in Florida. Trump is safe and unharmed, but the attempt comes just 9 weeks after he was nearly killed by a gunman during a rally in Pennsylvania. A suspect was arrested a short time later, around 50 miles away, after allegedly leaving items, including an AK-style weapon, at the scene. He was spotted before he could fire a shot. He's been identified as 58-year-old Ryan Routh. CBS News' Cristian Benavides has that story.
The FBI says it arrested a man after Secret Service agents saw the muzzle of an AK-47 style rifle pointing toward President Trump through shrubbery while he was golfing Sunday at his golf club in West Palm Beach.
Our agents engaged. We are not sure right now if the individual was able to take a shot at our agents.
A witness reported the suspect's license plate numbers to police. Within minutes, the FBI took him into custody without incident in a neighboring county. Officials say the suspect left a rifle, a scope, and 2 backpacks when he fled.
And there's also a GoPro on the fence there where he was intent on filming what was going on.
The suspect is identified as 58-year-old Ryan Wesley Routh, a former North Carolina resident now living in Hawaii. He is seen here in a 2023 interview with the news organization Semaphore discussing the war in Ukraine. CBS News has learned the suspect has a criminal record and had personally been recruiting soldiers to fight in the war against Russia. He reportedly supported Trump in 2016, but at some point switched his allegiance. The Palm Beach County Sheriff says the suspect managed to get fairly close to the former president.
Between 300 and 500 yards, but with a rifle and a scope like that, that's not a long distance.
It was only 9 weeks ago that Trump survived another attempt on his life during a rally in Butler, Pennsylvania. He escaped with an ear injury. The suspect in that case was killed by the Secret Service. The suspect in Sunday's incident now faces federal charges. Trump wrote in a fundraising text, "My resolve is stronger after another attempt on my life."
Well, Anna Schecter is joining me now in Studio 57. She's the senior coordinating producer for CBS News Crime and Public Safety Unit. Thank you so much for joining us again. So this is a golf course that, Donald Trump regularly plays, but this was a private function. I don't think there were details about it that were disclosed to the public. So how is it that someone could get this close to the president?
Well, if you're down in South Florida and the president's motorcade drives by, you're going to know it. But this was not disclosed to the public. This was not a rally that was announced like we know, the Butler County rally a couple of months ago. About a week before, that was blasted out by the campaign. And so the shooter actually learned that and then spent the next week planning the assassination attempt. In this case, this is very different. This is Donald Trump going golfing with a friend. Yes, he does that often. Yes, we knew that he didn't have any official campaign events on his calendar for that day, but it is alarming. So what federal investigation are going to be probing now is the planning, the intent leading up to that moment where he trained an AK-47 through a chain link fence. Was this a spur of the moment decision? Did he see that motorcade going by? And we really don't have any answers to those questions right now. It's still very early days in the investigation, but we know the FBI has been interviewing him last night. Today, we might expect to see him at a hearing. So we hope to learn these details in the coming days.
Right. And of course, everyone's been scouring the internet. And this guy actually has been kind of all over the internet in different ways. Do we have a sense of who he is and what the motive might be?
Well, we do. He was politically engaged in his rhetoric online. He would post to X. He was very critical of Donald Trump recently, although he did note that he supported him in 2016, but that, quote, he was looking forward to seeing him gone. That was one post in the wake of the Trump assassination attempt in Butler, Pennsylvania. But he also was calling on Kamala Harris to go visit the families of those injured and the man who was killed, the firefighter was killed at that rally. But you do see in these interviews a sort of volatile character who was passionate about the Ukrainian cause, but he also did things like urge people with no military background to just take up arms in Ukraine. I mean, it's sort of a kind of an unhinged thing to say, and he would say that in several interviews. The New York Times also interviewed him in 2023, and in that interview, he was talking about bringing Afghans to fight in Ukraine.
Right.
So it was just sort of strange, not the most grounded person. Yeah. We also know he had a criminal background, and in 2002, felony charges for possessing a weapon of mass destruction, another AK-style rifle.
Wow.
That was reported in local Greensboro, North Carolina press. So he has a long roster, everything from writing bad checks to another misdemeanor hit and run, resisting arrest, and a concealed carry violation. So he has a checkered history. CBS News out in Hawaii talked to some of his neighbors, and he was supporting the Democrat ticket in this election. So that's what we know so far.
Wow, that's really fascinating. That's a lot. Anna Schecter, thank you very much.
Thanks for having me.